Welcome everyone to this exciting day for Televic conference, the relaunch of the biodynamic product. Today I'm joined by Bart Scott, our general manager. Bart, welcome.
Thank you, Didier.
Looks like we're having quite a bit of participants to this event, so that's a great start. Bart, to kick this off, could you tell us a little bit why the introduction of Unite in our product portfolio is such a stepping stone for Televic Conference?
Definitely. So within Televic Conference, we have been perfecting our products for many years in order to become the solution of choice for formal meetings in international institutions, parliaments, and city councils. In those environments, speech intelligibility and meeting moderation are crucial to make debates and decision-making more efficient and productive. And for us, it's all about creating better understanding one meeting at a time. First and foremost, every participant should hear and be heard, should understand and be understood so that nothing in the communication or the debate gets lost. Secondly, our meeting moderation features and extensive electronic voting capabilities facilitate the decision-making process and thus the reaching of a better understanding. And finally, with our interpretation and language distribution equipment, we make it possible for every participant to understand and follow the debate or the communication in his native language. Though at the same time, we have been thinking on how to become more relevant for customers that have less formal meetings, such as corporate organizations. And we realized that in order to cater for this type of customers, we had to expand and adapt our product portfolio. When Bayer Dynamic introduced their DEC-based wireless communication solution in 2020, we felt that Bayer aimed at the same versatility as we aspired with our Plixus family. And being called the Swiss Army knife of wireless communication, Unite addresses applications ranging from wireless presentation over intercom to tour guide. And we really admired the product and their launch campaign, and we saw a lot of complementarity with our conference solutions. So when Bayer decided to put the Unite product on ice, we really felt that it would be a pity if that product would disappear from the market. In parallel, we started conversations with existing Unite customers, and we learned that they welcomed the idea of a relaunch. And at the same time, they stated that Unite was really a best-in-class audio solution, just like our Plixus conference systems. So today, we are really proud to announce that we are ready to reunite. We see a lot of opportunities to combine Unite with our Plixus conference systems, and we are looking forward to covering applications that were previously outside of our reach. As Televic aims at developing innovative and high-quality solutions, the Unite product portfolio perfectly matches our DNA. And with the acquisition of Unite, as well as the introduction of our smart audio and control, we are now ready to expand our mission of creating better understanding one meeting at a time, from formal meetings into any type of meetings.
Thank you, Bart, for this clear view on why Unite is such a strategic fit for Televic. Let's move on to the next part.
Biodynamic decided not to continue the business segment of installed sound anymore, and we looked for somebody where Unite system could perfectly fit to add the portfolio. And then we identified Televic, approached them, and finally we came together to sell the Unite system to Televic.
From the manufacturer's perspective, it was the best step ever. The acquisition from Unite by Televic gives now the best opportunities to fulfill existing applications and open new opportunities in new use cases. And at the end, never forget, in Televic's slogan, they say, we bring innovative communication to the people. And now with Unite, you have the best opportunity to do this.
My name is Junta Yamazaki from Audioblend Japan. We are a distributor of Biodynamic and Telvic as well. And we have sold a lot of Unite system to market, and the customers are very satisfied with the performance. So I'm very happy that I can sell Unite again.
And so obviously we were a big fan of Televic from day one. And having said that, Unite from day one. Having said that, when Televic acquired Unite, it was an added bonus for us to get two, strong brands together to offer to our customers.
Since we announced the acquisition of Unite, there's been quite some excitement. So let's have a look on what Unite exactly has to offer. So with Unite, you can not only talk to everyone, you can listen to everyone, but the very important thing here is interaction. It's about dialogue, interacting amongst people. So really getting united. Unite offers a product solution, a product category that has unique features. Let's dive in and have a look to some of the features that are making the difference in this category. So first of all, Unite is a DACT solution. So that means that it is license free in and can be used in a lot of regions. It also does automatic frequency management. So you don't have to worry about frequencies. The system regulates this automatically for you. Security is also very important in today's world. This is why the Unite product supports AES 256-bit encryption, which is applied in a lot of organizations. It is a bidirectional system. As we already said, dialogue is important for the solution. So that bidirectional link is very important and unique. This all combined makes a very flexible use of the system in a large range of applications. The system, the body pack receivers and the microphones use lithium-ion batteries with an intelligent battery management and charging process for optimized autonomy. Intelligibility is important in all the things Televic does. So this is also why it is very important that the system has DSP capabilities on board. Not only does it have automatic level control, there's also an equalizer to distinguish between male and female voices, noise gate ducker, compressor, and also noise cancelling is applied. So if you're using the solution in loud environments, that definitely helps in terms of creating intelligibility and clarity. There's also a large range of audio interfaces the Unite has to offer. Not only do you have the analog connections to a headset, headphone, but you also have the capability to connect the system to USB, for instance, for hybrid connectivity to a Teams or a Zoom call. And besides that, it also has Bluetooth on board, so you can use the system in combination with a headset as well. The DACT solution has a long range, so that means that it simplifies setup. With the Unite system and the DACT technology that is being used, you have the capability to use up to 32 channels. This is regional depending, but in most countries where you can use the 32 channels, that means that you can create and set up 32 different channels amongst each other, or systems amongst each other. There's 3 persons that can speak at the same time, so that means that you really can create a dialogue amongst different persons, and that's important in a lot of the applications that we will discuss later on. And the solution is also perfectly adapted to perfectly suit to assisted listening and also blind coverage applications. Let's have a closer look to what that means in terms of product portfolio. First of all, we have the master submaster devices, where we have a body pack transmitter a handheld microphone, and then an access point with the capability to have a bidirectional full duplex link for 4 channels. Next up is the receivers. Within the range of receivers, we have 2 types, one simple receiver and one receiver with a talkback function. This has a built-in microphone or can be used in combination with a headset. Obviously, it's a mobile system, so there's also batteries that need to be charged. There we have also different applications depending on the different projects that you do. First of all, we have a charging only desktop application for devices. What we call a cockpit charger, where you have capabilities for monitoring and configuration. That's a 4 device or an 8 device. We also have charging cases for applications where you need more devices. In that case, we have a case for 28 devices or for 36 devices. In that case, you also have the capability to charge 2 handheld microphones. And then the last type of charger we also have for fixed installations is a rack-mountable charger for up to 12 receivers. Both the cockpit chargers and also the access point can be monitored and controlled, configured through the included software, which is called the Unite Manager. We also have a whole range of accessories, microphones, headsets for the different applications. And also we have an induction loop for people with a hearing aid. In order to establish the wide range of applications, Unite works with 2 operation modes. So first of all, you have the full duplex mode and you have a broadcast mode. Let's have a closer look to both of them. First of all, full duplex means 2 people in dialogue. For the Unite system, that means that 2 devices are communicating amongst each other. Here we have 2 options. Either you have a body pack transmitter or a handheld microphone communicating with a receiver with talkback function. So you have that dialogue between those 2 devices. So full duplex. The second mode is that you also have the capability to have a master and a submaster. This can be 2 body pack receivers amongst each other, or can also be a body pack and a handheld microphone, for instance. And then the last case is where you use the access point, where you have 4 bidirectional channels to body pack receivers or the handheld microphone. Now switching to broadcast mode. Broadcast means that one person is speaking and that many people are listening. So for Unite, this means that one device is transmitting to a numerous of devices that receive that signal. This can be a master, so a body pack transmitter, or a handheld broadcasting a signal, or it can be the access point where you have the capability to, at the same time, broadcast up to 4 channels with 1 access point. So let's have a look at the 2 different modes next to each other. First of all, full duplex, set bidirectional. 2 devices communicate bidirectionally on 1 DACT channel. So it's a point-to-point communication. 2 devices can speak and listen at the same time. So that means in application mode that you have a submaster connecting to a master device. It can be a receiver with talkback function connecting to a master device, or a submaster device to the access point in full duplex mode. If we look to the broadcast mode, unidirectional, 1 device that communicates with a number of receivers, 1 speaks, many listen, and there's no backwards channel available. Application-wise, this means that each master device automatically transmits a broadcast channel. When an access point is used in broadcast mode, that means that 4 broadcast channels are available at the same time. Now, let's combine all those different working modes and look how this is applied to some use cases. Unite can be used as an expansion within our current product portfolio, but can also be used as an extension into new applications. Let's have a closer look to the interpretation use case. So for Unite, we have the capability to use multilingual transmission. So in this example, we'll have a look at the distribution of up to 7 languages. So first of all, we have a stage and presentation where we have fixed microphones with a multilingual speakers. This we can connect to, for instance, a mixing system and provide that audio into the room. But also we can inject this into our Plixus range of products and bring that audio of the floor language to the interpreters. The interpreters provide the different languages on our Plixus system. And then when we want to transmit those languages to the audience, we connect our Dante capabilities to the access point of the Unite product, where we already have in broadcast mode up to 4 channels. 1 access point, 4 channels. By adding a second access point on the Dante network, we can also have channel 5 to 8. There is a sync connection between the 2 access points, and then the 8 channels can be transmitted to the receivers in the audience. They have the capability to select into the different languages that are provided for that specific meeting. Also, for the presenters at stage, you can simply give them a receiver and they can also listen to the different languages provided. So that's with a normal traditional microphone system on stage. But you can also use, for instance, a Televic Flex device for that. So you basically replace your microphones on stage by a Flex station where we automatically transfer the audio to the Plixus system. So by doing so, providing language distribution into the room. It doesn't always have to be with a Televic solution. Due to the fact that the access point has both analog and Dante capabilities to inject audio into the access point. It can also be used with a third-party audio solution or an interpretation system that you already have at hand. Simply put up an access point and you can transmit languages to a wide range in the audience. Due to the fact that the access point has such broad range in terms of setup, really simple and easy, quick setup. But there's also capabilities to use the system for less number of channels, let's say, where you can have a body pack transmitter by somebody else presenting. In this example, the person speaks English, and then you can have a second master where the interpreter uses a handheld microphone and a receiver to listen to the floor language. In this case, you have the capability as an audience to pick up the 2 audio sources from the master, where you have the capability to select both the English and the German channel.
Unite is very important for the rental market because there are several thousand in the European market already, and it's really the next big thing of receivers. So I think we have the one Swiss Army knife for every need of our customer. We can sub-rent it very easy. We can we can rent it out to our customers directly. We can use it at our own conferences. At all, it's the next big thing, and I'm very happy it's at Televic environment right now.
We got our first order with Unite way back in 2018 end. And this was for the Mahatma Mandir project, which is an international convention center in the state of Gujarat. And it's built in the capital city of Gujarat, that Gandhinagar. And this project is very close to our prime minister in the country, and obviously every system over there that has gone has been vetted through the prime minister's office, and they were very careful on what they were buying. I think the sheer versatility of the product, of Unite makes it an ideal choice for pro AV installs. And considering the wide range of applications that we can accomplish using Unite, it makes it a perfect choice for large venue projects.
Okay. Well, the Welsh Government is the government building in Wales, and basically they have a large atrium stroke meeting space on the ground floor of that building. The requirements in there were, well, any event space really. They needed radio mics. They needed translation from English into Welsh and Welsh into English. And they also needed the ability to provide assistive listening. Now, that could all be done probably in other ways, traditional ways, with your standard radio mics. But we quickly realized that we could do the entire system using Unite. So all of the Unite products link back together to a DSP, which then just feed out to some loudspeakers inside the event space. The slight difference is that event space can be split into two areas. So one is a large open atrium area, and then it opens up into a larger area behind, which is a single level, about 2.5 meter ceiling. So in there we've got 6 access points. We've then got over 300 various receivers, 6 handhelds and 6 belt packs for the presentations on stage. And then we've got 2 RPTs doing the translation. And the translators sit in a small little glass booth at the back of the space when that's required. So it's a complete, we're using just about every function within inside of the Unite system, apart from a comm system. So we're covering radio mics, translation, assistive listening, and they can even use it as a little tour guide system if they want to take people around the building and show it to them. I think the advantage of Unite in this is it does do all of those things. There's not, so we're doing the assistive listening. They bought a number of the induction loops, personal induction loops. So it ticks that box for them. They needed radio mics. It ticks that box for them. They need translation. It ticked that box for them. And from the end user's point of view, every time they come in, it's the same device.
Yeah, we have installed Unite system to Mitsubishi Motor in Japan. This time they renewed their room completely, and the room design is very important for them. And they didn't want to put a lot of infrared radiators in their room. They want to keep the room clean. So with Unite, we can use one single access point, and it can cover 40-meter radius. So we can keep the room look really good.
Compared to other systems or other products in the market that are real good products as well, real good wireless microphone systems or real good tour guide systems, the thing is that Unite can do it all of that in just one solution. The difference with other systems is that you need a tour guide system separately from the wireless microphone one, separately from the hybrid communication one. The thing with Unite is that with a few quantity of products in the catalog, it can do it all. And I will give you an example that we had with a customer in Nissan Mexicana, which is the Japanese manufacturer of cars. Nissan, I think is the right pronunciation. Nissan Mexicana or Nissan in Mexico. We implemented Unite as a demo solution in the auditorium, where people coming from Japan would hear the translation on their body packs, on their Unite body packs, while a Mexican presenter was speaking on stage. But afterwards, they would go and tour the factory by using the same receiver. So you have their interpretation solution, silent PA distribution, and then tour guide system, all by the means of one unique solution, which was Unite, right? So I think that there are very good systems in the market, but Unite has it all together in one single system.
A second application is about wireless presenting. So in this case, the access point is used in full duplex mode with the capability of having up to 4 presenters at the same time. So this can be a body pack transmitter with a neck-worn microphone or a handheld microphone. By having the access point connected to either a Dante-capable system or analog to a distribution system, you can provide audio into the room. At the same time, again, interpretation can be added to that same application. So we have 4 presenters on stage. They speak different languages. So the audio is transmitted to the audience by the broadcast of a second access point. At the same time, we can also inject languages that are provided from the Plixus system or a third-party system into the full duplex access point, providing a back channel to the persons that are on stage. So that means that they only need one device for the communication of their speech and also receive a language one by one. So that's for multilingual distribution and presentation capabilities. This system can also be perfectly supplemented to, for instance, a conferencing solution. Let's say you have a city council where there is a need for 1 or 2 presentation microphones. By doing so, we can simply connect the access point Dante into our conferencing solution and have an all-in-one system as such. That was it for everything that had to do with extension of our product range. Let's have a look on the expansion into different applications.
I'm Mark Bromfield from CUK, Director of System Solution Sales. And one of the first projects that I put into the UK was at Nottingham Uni using the Unite product. They had a particular requirement in a laboratory, which is a large laboratory that can hold up to 200 students. And there are 8 lecturers that wish to talk simultaneously within that space. So 8 lectures could carry on throughout the space. There's quite a bit of background noise because obviously there's a number of experiments going on, from machinery to it's a chemistry / biology lab. So there's quite a bit of noise within that environment. The lecturers wanted to be able, the students to be able to hear clearly. And the Unite product was put forward. So we have over 200 receivers in the space and 8 transmitters. And quite simply, the students walk into the space, look up at a large screen, select which channel the lecturer is going to be on, and then follow the lecturer around. This solution is just a listen to the lecturer. So it's like a tour guide system, basically. And the students will move around the space, so it has to be portable, with the lecturers going through different experiments and different lab experiences.
Let's have a closer look to guided tours. The fact that Unite can be working as a standalone system, it means that you can use it for tour guides, for instance. A tour guide where you have the master device, again, a body pack transmitter or handheld microphone, can transmit the audio to the visitors of the museum, of a factory tour, and they can listen to what's being said. We also have an accessory, an induction loop that can be connected to the device for people with a hearing impairment. Let's take it a step further and make sure that the audience can also communicate and ask questions to the guide. This is done by replacing the normal receivers with a body pack receiver with a talkback function. So here you create dialogue between the 2 groups. Not only can you have one guide, but you can also have a bidirectional mode where you have a master and a submaster, so 2 guides presenting to a group of visitors. For multilingual tours, that's also perfectly possible. where you have one guide that speaks in English or any language, and then you have a second master device where the interpreter with a receiver listens to what is being said and uses a handheld device to broadcast an additional channel to the visitors. Again, their capabilities to add induction loop or have the capability to have a back channel to ask questions. For those occasions where you only need one language being transferred, German to English, there's a second capability there where the interpreter also uses only one device, which is the body pack transmitter, where you can set it up that the talk back function is only transmitting the English into the audience. The Unite network can be combined with several access points and cockpit chargers to create one solution, all monitored and configured by the Unite software manager. So that means that you can go up to 32 channels, which is regional dependent, by connecting several access points together.
Toyota is one of a Unite customer, and they're using Unite system for their factory tour. And factory is usually very noisy environment. And again, we can use the noise cancellation feature of Unite transmitters in there.
There is a forest in the state of Mexico, and this architect built a whole concept dedicated to Quetzalcoatl, which was a god in for the pre-Hispanic cultures, and now it has come to be a park, like an amusement park, where people can go and visit all the sculptures and all the theaters they built in there, and the fountains, and all this arrange of colored glass and everything. It's just amazing. It blows your mind to be there. If you have the chance to see some pictures or some videos on the internet, you will understand that. And the Unite solution was acquired also because they wanted to have an interactive tour guide. I mean, not only the guide and all the people following the guide receiving the information, but they also wanted to have this bidirectional communication with Unite that Unite provides, in order for people to ask questions, to make comments that could be heard not only from the guide. I mean, this would not be just a communication from the guide to the tourist, but a bidirectional, a conversation really, in which they would discuss all the things they were sightseeing while touring the El Nido de Quetzalcoatl.
Tohoku University is one of the most prestigious national library in Japan, and they are using Unite system for their tour guiding system. The university has supercomputer system called Masamune, and it output a lot of noise. And the traditional guide system couldn't handle this noise. But with Unite, Unite could eliminate computer noise, I mean fan noise, completely with using its noise cancellation, so that the presenter can send his clear voice to audience. This is very unique.
There's far more applications we can do with the Unite product line. For instance, intercom solutions, team communication, education settings. But one last one that we want to handle in today's session is also about assisted listening and blind coverage. Inclusion is very important, and that is also why Unite shines in that segment. It is perfectly possible to hand a receiver to persons that have a hearing impairment, so that they can receive the audio and send it immediately to their hearing aid or cochlear implant. That can be used in educational settings, but also in cinema settings, for instance, etc. Also blind coverage, there we have the capability to create that dialogue between persons and have a reporter telling what's going on in a play at theater, or for instance also in sports games, to provide information about a certain scene.
Like all of my colleagues, I'm really excited that the Unite product has joined the Televic family. As you remember, we have announced the acquisition of the Unite product on the first day of ISE. Today is another milestone as we launching the product as a Televic product. That means that the quotations can be made, pricing is available, datasheets, brochures, and other marketing material can be downloaded from our website. Meanwhile, we also started discussions with our partners whether to take the product line on board. You can check the actual status on our website at the partner page. As from July onwards, we will start to ship the Unite solutions as a Televic product worldwide. At the same time, we will also take over support for the biodynamic Unite products that are out in the market. With all the positive feedback that we received from end users, from rental companies, from distributors, from integrators, we're really convinced that this is a fantastic extension to our current product line and an expansion that will allow us also to grow in other verticals and with other customers.
So I think this wraps up a little bit the different categories that we wanted to touch upon today. So both the expansion within the same products that we already have on the market, and then extension into new applications. In the days to come and weeks to come, we will definitely also highlight different other applications that can be established with Unite. So make sure to follow us on our websites and on our socials as well.